This week, our focus is on the Pancha Bhutas, Pancha Bhutas, the 5 elements. They say we are a microcosm of this macrocosm. So what constitutes or consists in this universe is what is within us. This universe comprised of the 5 elements. From our fingers, we associate each finger with an element. The earth element is the ring finger, the water element, the pinky, the thumb, the fire element, air, and space. So we bring our hands today to Jala Mudra. Bending the pinky, placing the thumb over the pinky, Jala Mudra. Yesterday's focus, Prithvi, earth element. Today, focusing on the water element, Jala or Varuna. When we think of the water element, we think of the movement of fluids in the body, the flow, the balance, the blood, circulation in the body, the lymph, the enzymes, the digestive juices, anything that flows, keeps movement of liquid in the body balanced. So holding Jala Mudra helps us to focus on that water element within. And mentally, we think of a cleansing nature. When we think of water, we think of cooling effects and the cleansing of all the impurities in the body and in the mind. So today, a flowing sequence, culminating in Jala Namaskar, offering our salutations to that water element within. Find yourself comfortable, Sukhasana. Let your hands rest on your knees, palms facing upwards, and holding in Jala Mudra if you'd like. With your eyes softly closed in your mind's eye, visualizing any body of water that brings you joy, whether it's a pond or a lake or the ocean or a water flow, bring that to your mind. And let's chant today's practice, 3 Oms. Take a deep breath in. And we offer this mantra to the water element within, the deity that reminds us of this fluid nature within us. Gayatri mantra to Varunadi. Om Jalabimbaya Vidmahe Nila Purushaya Dhimahi Tanno Varuna Prachodayat. Om Jalabimbaya Vidmahe Nila Purushaya Dhimahi Tanno Varuna Prachodayat. We meditate upon the Lord of the blue waters, the one who cleanses our mind and gives us a higher intellect. Bring yourself to a child's pose. We'll start here in Balasana. When you focus on the water element, we'll bring attention to the hip space, the pelvic region. Let your knees open wide. Take your hips back towards your heels and stretch your arms out in front of you. Balasana. Bring your forehead to the ground. Bring attention to the lower back muscles, the pelvic region. Just breathe in and out of this space, releasing any tension in the hips, any tension in the inner thighs, relaxing the lower back muscles. When we think of water element, we think of the creative energy within. the reproductive nature. We think of communication and relationships with others. A balance of the water element within us allows for easeful flow of energy. Look out at your hands. We slowly slide the body forward, come to Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. We'll do this fluid movement a few times. Taking the hips back, child's pose. Inhale, come forward, Cobra. Loosening up in the hips, in the shoulders. Inhale as you come forward. Exhale as you go back. One more time. Inhale. Feel the nice energy as you lift up. Exhale. Relaxing. And feel that cleansing nature as you release yourself back into a child's pose. Bring yourself up to tabletop now. Keeping your hands directly on your shoulders, your knees under your hips. Shift your shoulders side to side. Keeping the hands firmly pressed to the ground, loosen up any tension in the shoulders. Observe the sensation of the wrist, strengthening the muscles around the wrist, and then find stillness. Come back to neutral. Turn your fingers so the fingers point towards you. Press into the heel of your hand and slowly go forward and backward. Again, strengthening in the wrists, the elbows, the shoulders. Good. Now bring the fingers back to the front. Press into the heels of the hand. Press into your toes now. Lift your knees up. And then move your body side to side. Just the easeful flow side to side in the plank pose. Good. Feel the strength in the upper body. Tighten the buttock muscles. Hold steady in the pelvic region. And then come back to stillness, center. Relax the knees. Take your hips back again, child's pose. Now we circulate the body. Come forward, bringing your shoulders past your fingertips. Shift your body to the right. Take your hips back to the heels. Shift the body to the left. And then come forward. Circulate the body. Keeping your hands and knees pressed firmly to the ground. Make a big circle. Like you're a swirling pond. Water in the pond, swirling. Feel the fluidity. The nice flowing nature of water within. Circle one more time in this direction. And then once your shoulders come forward, switch. Circle the other direction. Inhale as you're coming forward. Exhale as you take yourself back. Feel your belly press against the thigh as you go back. Stimulates the digestive juices. Come forward slowly. Feel that easeful nature of the body. Complete one more circle and take yourself back. Balasana. Rest here. Mandukasana is the frog pose. A nice hip opening pose. Take your knees wide to the sides of the mat. Pull your hips back. Press into your arms. Elbows press to the mat. Fingers are spaced out. Opening up the fingers, press your hands firmly down. Feel a nice stretch in the shoulders as you pull the shoulders back a bit. Now come forward so you're putting the weight into your forearms and then press into your toes. Pull your hips back now. And feel it here. Push your heels back. Mandukasana, like a frog pose. From here, we come to Phalangasana, plank pose. Bring yourself forward, shoulders over your wrists, and now straighten your knees. Push your hips up. The water element, we focus on the second chakra, Swadhisthana chakra, bringing awareness to the hip area. Press into your heels, push your hips up a little higher. Holding here, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Press into your hands. A nice energizing pose here is Chamak Asana, a hip opening posture. Right leg lifted to the sky. And then bend your right knee so your hips open up. You can stay here, or you can slowly let that right foot come behind you, landing on the floor, opening up the right arm, come into a gentle back bend, or Chamakasana, wild thing pose. Lift your hips up, stretch your arms back. Right hand circle it and come back down, bringing yourself back to downward facing dog. Try it on the other side. Left leg lifted, bend the left knee. Opening up in the shoulders. And then slowly see if that left foot can land on the ground behind you. Left arm, stretch it up. Push your hips up. Relax your head and your neck. Feel that energy through the whole body. Fluidity. Movement of the water element. Bring your left hand back to the ground. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Walk your hands back towards your feet, coming to a forward fold, Uttanasana. Relax the upper body. Your body like a waterfall, just releasing any tension, any stiffness in the upper body. Your head, your neck, your shoulders relax. Swing your arms side to side, loosen up any tension in the shoulders. And then relax your arms. Let them be still. Swing your arms forward and backward. Observe the range of motion in your shoulders. Bringing the arms up towards the ears, back towards your hips. Swing your arms. And then relax them. Let your arms be still. Look out towards the top of the mat. And let's walk our hands forward. Come back to downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Holding in downward facing dog, take a few breaths here. Breathe in 1. Breathe out. Breathe in 2. Breathe out. Breathe in 3. Relax your knees down for a moment. So variations to open up the hips in downward facing dog. Lift up again the knees. Press your heels down, press into your hands. Hips are lifted high. Right leg lifted to the sky. And then bring your right knee to touch your right elbow. Look over the right shoulder. Feel strength in the upper body. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, stretch that right leg back to the sky. Right knee touches left elbow. Cross the body. Look over your left shoulder now. Round your back just slightly. Feel the energy. Exhale, right leg stretch it back. Vyagdasana. Bring the right knee under your belly. Pressing your thighs against the abdominal cavity. Bring your forehead towards your knees. Hold here. Vyagdasana. Breathe in 1. Breathe out. Breathe in 2. Breathe out. Breathe in 3. Exhale, right leg, stretch it back. Lower that right leg down. Same thing on that left side. Left leg, lift it. Left knee to left elbow. Touch. Look over your left shoulder. Exhale. Stretch the left leg back. Now twist. Left knee to right elbow. Touch. Look over the right shoulder. And then stretch it back. Left knee comes under the belly, Vyagdasana. Rounding the shoulders, the back slightly rounded. Hold here, tiger pose. Breathe in 1, breathe out. Breathe in 2, breathe out. Breathe in 3. Left leg, stretch it back. Lower your foot down. Good, now open your knees wide to the side of the mat. Come to Akasha Bhujangasana. Flying Cobra. Your knees are open wide. You're looking towards the top of the mat. From Flying Cobra to Upward Facing Dog. Lift your knees up. Bring them together. Slide through your arms. Lift up the upper body. 3 more times. Take yourself to Downward Facing Dog. Open the knees wide. Look out in front of you. Akasha Bhujangasana. Flying cobra. Knees together. Shift the body through the arms. Lift up the upper body. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Last one. Knees open them. Lower your hips as low to the heels as you can. Look out in front of you. And come through the arms. Strengthen the upper body. Fluidity in the lower body. Push your hips up. Good. Now we're coming forward. Walk your feet towards your hands. One step at a time. Uttanasana. Relax for a moment here. Head, neck, shoulders relax. Arms relax. Come up slowly. Sliding the hands along the legs. Bring yourself to a standing position. Tadasana. Mountain pose. Release any tension in your wrists, in the arms, shoulders. Jala Namaskar. We offer the salutations to the element of water, that cleansing nature within us. Like we do Vayu Namaskar, a sequence, 10 movements in Jala Namaskar, synchronizing breath and movement. Bring your hands together at the heart. Exhale, position 1. Inhale, take your hands back, gentle back bend, Hastanasana. Exhale, position 3. Bring your fingers towards your toes, Uttanasana. Position 4, step your left foot back and come to a high lunge, arms up. A twisted lunge, hands come to the heart. Turn to the right. Look towards your right shoulder. Find stability here in this posture. If you feel comfortable, open your arms up. Expand the chest. Feel the energy here as you open up. Sink into your hips a bit. Feel the energy in the lower body. Supporting. Fluidity. Movement of that water element energizes and cleanses the body. Hands come to the heart. Frame that right foot with your hand. Take the right foot to the sky, three-legged dog. And if you'd like to come into Chamarkasana, let the right foot come behind you, landing on the floor. Come up into this wild thing pose. Incorporating this into our Jala Namaskar. Right hand comes back down. Knees down. Take yourself to child's pose. Inhale, coming forward to Bhujangasana. Flow forward and lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time, left leg lifted. Chamarkasana, bending the left knee. Let the left foot slowly lower down. Land on the floor behind you. Open up. Lift. And then circle the left hand. Look out at your hand. Step your left foot forward, coming to the high lunge. Keeping that right knee lifted. Look out in front of you as you slowly lift up the upper body. Keep balance, keep steadiness. Hands to the heart. And slowly twisting, turn to the left side. Look towards your left elbow or your left shoulder. Press into your left foot so you're holding stable. Open the arms. Stretch. Fingers stretch your arms. And then bring the hands to the heart. Turn back to center. Hands to the mat. Feet come together. Uttanasana. Rise up slowly. Take your arms back. Hastanasana. Circle the arms. Palms together at the heart. Offering this salutation to Jala. Om Jaladindaya Vidmahe Taruno Varuno Prachodayat. We offer the salutations to the water, that nourishing energy within us. One more round. Jala Namaskar. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, gentle back bend. Exhale, come forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, step your right foot back, high lunge, keeping that right knee lifted, bring your arms up. Look out in front of you. Find stability here. Hands to the heart, twist to your left. Open your arms. Feel that gentle rotation near the hip joint. Stretch your fingers. And then bring the hands back to heart. Turn back to center. Hands to the mat. Taking your left foot to the sky, three-legged dog. Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. Bending the left knee. And slowly letting that left foot come to the ground behind you. Chamartakasana. Flowing into this energetic wild thing pose. Left hand comes to the mat. Your knees come down. Take your hips back, Balasana, child pose. Inhale as you come forward, Bhujangasana, cobra. Keeping the hands directly under the shoulders. Exhale, downward facing dog. Push your hips up, press into your hands, press into your feet. And lift the right leg to the sky. Bend the right knee, and see if you'd like to let that right foot come behind you. Opening up the right arm, stretching. Push your hips up. Relax your head and your neck as you stretch your arms back. Energy flow. Coming back to downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward. Keep the left knee lifted. Rise up. High lunge. Keep your arms strong, palms facing each other. Elbows straight as possible. Bring your hands to the heart. Finding strength in the lower body as you hold yourself in the high lunge. Twist to the right. Look towards your right shoulder. And if you feel comfortable, open up, stretch. Feel the ease of energy flowing to the fingertips. The circulation in the body, balanced. Hands to the heart, turn back to center. Let your hands come back to the mat, your feet together. Uttanasana. Inhale as you come up, Hastanasana. And big circle with the hands, palms together at the heart. Close your eyes, focusing on that water element within. Om Jala Bimbaya Vidmahe Nila Purushaya Vidhimahi Tanno Varuna Prachodayat. Take your time. Come down slowly, coming to a squat, maybe a toe balance. Slowly bring yourself down. Open the knees wide. Let the hands come between your knees. And walk your feet out one step. Malasana. Focusing on the hip area. Nice opening of the hips, the inner thighs, the pelvic region. Energy flows. The water element connected to the second chakra, Swadhisthana chakra. Second, from the base of the spine, in this pelvic region. We close our eyes and focus here, allowing for fluidity in the body. No stagnation. Keeps the body nourished and healthy. Whenever you're ready, let your hands come down. Stretch your legs wide. Sit tall. Walk your hands forward. Bring your head between your arms. Press your palms down. Press into your heels and the back of your knees. Relax your head. Relax your neck and your shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, slowly rise up. Good. Navasana. One last posture here. Both toes. Bend your knees. Balancing on the tailbone. So you can lift your feet just a couple inches off the ground, maybe stretch it out in front of you. Hold here, 3 breaths. Breathe in 1, breathe out. Breathe in 2, breathe out. Breathe in 3. Hands together, cross your ankles, bring your hands behind your back, come forward. Bowing down to that water element within. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Please come up for a few moments of dhyanam. Vayu Namaskar, bending the pinky, placing the thumb on the pinky, resting your hands on your knees. In your mind's eye, visualizing any form, any body of water, the cleansing nature of water. Let it nourish you, let it keep you balanced, physically, mentally, spiritually.